What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Victoria 3, video on Has It Gotten Any Better? I've heard some rumblings in the last year or two. People are like, I made some forum posts too on the Steam forum. By the way, I'm watching a kid, so if one of them runs up to me, just FYI, I might have to step away. The wife and the other one, and then the other kid are rollerblading, so that's fun. Not for me. Anyway, so I've made some forum posts. People are saying, "Yeah, the economy's good. Capitalists are back in." Now, I don't know if you guys caught my video from like 2 years ago. I think I made a video 2 years ago when this game came out, and I didn't give it a good review. For the reason being is, you have to do your whole economy system. So what I mean by that, I'm gonna be looking here because I just wanna. I try not to use two monitors with my graphics card. It takes more stress off the game. Puts more stress on the game, excuse me, or on the system. Anyway, basically, you have to build your economy system, right? You build the railroads, you build the markets, you build the lumber yards, you build everything. You run the economy top to bottom. And I'm thinking, and I was playing the U.S. So I'm thinking, I'm like, isn't that like a Soviet Union kind of communist kind of economy system? Like, isn't Victoria 3 supposed to be like in a way of similar to an economic simulator, right? With strategy game mixed in. So I was just thinking, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And I posted, I think, on the forums and stuff like that. I was just like telling people, I'm like, this does not make sense. I'm like, so I'm playing a game that is a strategy game mixed with the economic simulator, right? But I have to build everything. The capitalists really do little, just very few things. And I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. So, people say it's gotten a lot better. And so I went to Game Watcher, and this is all from August 2024. So they made like a roadmap 2022 version here. I don't know if I can zoom in. Can I? Yes, Windows lets me do that. All right, so post-release plans. I'm assuming these are already done. Increase visibility of navies and make admirals easier to work with. Okay. Visualize overviews of military situation, expose more data, find solutions when theaters split into multiple fronts. By the way, I really didn't like the fact. Like, one really cool thing in Victoria was that you can make divisions, militia units. You can make regular artillery units, cavalry units. Here, like, they just stripped the whole military system. Like, the core things that people liked about the game, they just stripped it. Like, who thought of this? And I have an idea why they did this. Is part of the corporate, like, I'm getting so sick of corporations. I really am. Like, I'm really getting, like, I'm trying to, like, spend my money more on, like, local because corporations are getting so greedy lately. Like, Paradox is like, no offense to Paradox, there's some great people there, and I've done interviews with them. They're passionate, but I feel like the people all the way on top, right, are just saying, "Hey, listen, if we dumb down this game, right, we can reach a bigger casual audience, right?" And you see that with Hearts of Iron 4. You see that with Victoria 3. Like, hey, let's dumb down let's just make these systems easier to work with. People don't want easier systems to work with. They loved Victoria too. They wanted you to expand on it, add more features. Don't dumb it down. Historical immersion, tweak AI to play a more believable, immersive way. I remember reading or something of like crazy treaties between countries, like, I don't know, like, just because off the top of my head, like Argentina making a treaty with Russia or going to war with Russia. It's just weird stuff. Make the American Civil War happen more frequently in a way that makes sense, not easily avoidable by the player. Make the AI succeed often in the restoration, expose and improves expeditions and journal entries. Have nation unifications happen more according to historical schedule and make unifying Italy and Germany in particular more difficult. Diplomacy, add reverse swaying the ability to offer to join a single, the ability to expand your primary demands. And I heard the diplomacy did get like a big jump, add more things to offer in diplomatic plays, added foreign investment. Ooh, I like that. That was in Victoria too. You could do foreign investment, which I thought was freaking sick. Like if you were the U.S., you could like invest in, I don't know, Spain or I don't know, Brazil, right, and invest companies in there once you reach a like if you want an interventionist economy or whatever, right. I usually did laissez faire, right? You could do that, and like it changes the ball game a little bit. So now, I guess in a post-release plan, should have been a release. Improve and expand interactions. All right, and then 2023, right? Roadmap was all these. I'm assuming these are all done already. Are you kidding me? Wait, so 2023 plans, they only completed a few of the things that I just went over. Okay. Well, there is some new stuff. Experiment with controlled front large. Okay, so you could split the larger fronts. Add field promotion to prevent armies going home after generals die in war. Really? That was a add field? Are you kidding me? So if a general died, the army went home? Like, how? Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot to do that. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so all right, I'm just gonna continue where I left off. Yeah, just do a quick review. I played the game in 2022. The game did not live up to what Victoria 2. It was basically like a rollback, and like the corporate executives were, I felt like dumbed down the game to reach a bigger casual audience instead of focusing on their, people that love Victoria 2. And you see that with Hearts of Iron 4 too. Bilko, thank you for the heads up. I totally forgot I didn't have a headset on. Literally going from. All right, so add more country, state, and regional specific content to enhance historical flavor of countries. Uh, Not yet updated. Add reverse swaying. We went over. Add foreign investments. Allow peace deals to be negotiated during a diplomatic play. Improve the mechanics of law enactment and revolutions to be more engaging for the player. Uh, Improve the mechanics of law enactment and revolutions to be more engaging with the player. Add more mechanics for the character and give more add laws and expand, improve alerts, and then they have a 2024 roadmap. So okay, reconsider experiment with controlled reconsidered. So they decided to go with it, and now it's reconsidered. What is going on? Like I don't. What is that? What does that mean? Are you reconsidering implementing this? Like you made a roadmap and saying, I don't know if we should do this now. Like what? What's going on? Like, come on, man. Seriously. All right. So new stuff. Add system for organizing your generals or armies into discrete armies and navies. Yes, that's what should have been there day one. Add more options for strategic control over your generals. Yes. Add more graphics. I don't care about the graphics for new armies, navies. This is for. Oh, that was for June 2023. All right, 2024 roadmap. Make navies more important for projecting global power. Oh, I like that. Add a proper system for military accessing, find solutions for the other remaining rough edges. Uh, they did complete a bunch of things. They're still working on this. They announced this in 2022. We just went over this. Allow peace deals during diplomatic play. Wasn't that from 2022 too? And then I don't see much new. So there's like three new things for the July 2024 roadmap. Find a less random solution. Okay, let's just get into the game and see where it's at. Cause I'm not that. I've heard like capitalists were added into the game, and so like I don't have to like build everything myself. Like I'm in Victoria 2, like I was laissez-faire. I could build railroads here, and then I think I can enact some policies so I could start building. A lot of times I liked affecting the factors that I'm gonna play vanilla. That affected the economy. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to directly control the economy. I wanted to affect factors like taxation and policies and stuff that affected the economy, right? So that's what I wanted to do, right? And then there were certain times where like I needed something, and I didn't want to wait for the capitalists, so maybe I would have changed policies. There might have been a game like that where I changed policies so I could build factories, things like that, you know. So, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it's at now. I'm gonna play as USA 1936. See where it's at. Um, but like I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with Paradox. They have a rough couple of years. They announced like a sim competitor type game. I forgot what it was called. While this loads, I'll load this up. What was this sim competitor? Uh, it was called Life by You. Well, it was supposed to be like a big game, right? And yeah, sim competitor Life by You, and they just canceled it. And they showed gameplay, so they devoted resources to it, and then they just stopped. Hearts of Iron 4, I think the last one or two DLCs have gotten better, so like they've been getting good reviews on Steam, so that's good. Uh, I know they're probably working on EU5, right? Like that would be the next logical choice. Imperator Rome, I heard like rumors like they're done improving that game. There's not gonna be DLCs. Like they made Imperator Rome. They saw like what they did with it. I actually like the game, but a lot of people didn't. They fixed it, and they they really fixed it. I think it has good reviews now, and like I've heard rumors, like I think on discussion forums, Reddit, whatever, that they're done, like they're moving on. So I'm hoping the rumors are wrong because I would love to see a Imperator Rome DLC. Why is this taking so long? 303 shaders compiled so far. Please tell me this game is not just crashed on me, because that would be a bad first impression. And normally games that are heavier in graphics load faster than this. I have games load on Steam Deck, which has a lot less horsepower than my GPU right now, run faster. So I am gonna do Task Manager because I have a feeling it collapsed. Hopefully it didn't affect the stream. Now the stream is still going. All right, let's try it one more time. Let's try it one more time. And I'm not gonna jump out of because I know Windows. I'm an IT technician, so I know Windows. So I have a feeling like if you're loading the game and you jump out of the game to do Brave, it'll cause a function issue with an array, or mess up a call to an API or something like that. And yeah. By the way, did you guys know that Germany switched from Windows? The whole country, like the whole government, like I think it was like 33,000 workers are no longer allowed to use Windows. They moved to Linux, and they're using LibreOffice. So that was pretty cool. I heard France either followed the same way or is planning to follow the same way. Um, and I think one of the big things was that no, no, I don't want to do that. I accidentally clicked something on the keyboard. So you know, I think France and Germany approached Microsoft and said, "We want to know if you are getting any of the data, right, that we put in Word and Excel." By the way, I worked for Microsoft. They do. Every keystroke you make in Word and Excel and PowerPoint goes to Microsoft. Right, Microsoft didn't want to, I think, confirm or deny that, and so like France and Germany definitely was like, we're gonna move on then. Like, if you're taking data that we're putting into our systems and you're using it for your own thing, like that's not cool. So we're moving on. And Germany did it. I think France is following. I hope to see more of it, honestly, because, dude, we're still initializing the game. This is getting ridiculous, dude. Okay, so it didn't crash. Compiling shaders due to first time starting this update. This may take some extra time. 1,027 shaders compiled so far. Where's my phone? Dude, I gotta see the reviews on this game, man. Seriously. Like, come on. I have an AMD 6600. I should be able to play this game. It's a mid range graphics card. This is not like. I'm using my phone because I want to make sure that, like, I don't affect this system and its compilation right now. It could be my Wi Fi. I don't know. I doubt it's my Wi Fi. 1,485 out of how many? Yeah, I see. Dude, we're literally waiting here for shaders to compile. The game is $50, and the reviews are. It says you reviewed this game on November 3rd. Negative review. It's playable on the Steam Deck, which is. it- It's playable on the Steam Deck. It does not work good. I was gonna say it maybe it doesn't work good with AMD, but the Steam Deck is on AMD. Okay, so all time reviews, it's at 69%. Uh, Recent reviews are mostly positive at 71%. Dude, that took a long time. Like, I've installed a lot of games. That took a long time. I would say the only other game that takes that long is maybe Hearts of Iron, and that this still was like 5 to 10 times longer than that. What is this? I have to get a DLC. I don't want another tip. I do like the art though for it. David Anderson says, I just did this yesterday. I think shaders are in the 3,000s. It took a long time for 7900 XT2. Are you serious? What is going on? That is nuts. No, no, that's not normal. Come on, man. You cannot start a game, and and I know it's a first world problem, but that took like how long? I played Crusader Kings Hearts of Iron. That this is the first time it's like it took forever. All right, so I got the guy's face moves back and forth. Okay, maybe that's new. I don't know. Achievements. All right. Are there any settings? Game rules. Okay. I like everything standard. AI aggression standard. Formable nations. Okay. Yeah, everything looks good. I'm just gonna hit start. We'll see.
The animations are nice. I will say that. Uh, the map looks good. Although, yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's just when you zoom out, I don't know. I guess because they all cluster together, it's still, I don't know. It's just a little finicky thing, whatever. All right. So it has coal fields and it has timber. Okay. Taxation policy. Ooh. What did I just do? Oh, I actually hit build railway. Is that easy to build a railway? Okay. Whatever. How do I undo what I just did? What the heck did I build? Alright, let me not click on things because I feel like there's just so much stuff here. Okay, cool. You can subsidize. I do notice that this is in the English pound. Do you guys notice? Is that the English pound symbol? Because, like, as an American, like, I'm like, what is that? It would, to me, that looks like an English pound or EU pound. Anna. Alright, so expand maize farms. Okay. Alright, so again, I shouldn't be. It's nice to, I guess, have control over it, but at the same time, like, I don't want control over it. Okay, so what is this? Government administration, barracks in Virginia. This looks like Mjolnir from Thor. I'm still worthy. All right, so I got shipyards. I got military shipyards. Why would there have to be a difference between shipyards and military shipyards? Shouldn't they be able to do the same thing? So I still got to build stuff. Now, if I leave this alone, will the capitalists do their thing? I like that there's a lot of data here too. But I just feel like there's a lot. Maybe there was a lot in Victoria too, and then maybe I just got used to it. I don't know. And this is just one state. Maybe I should pick the smaller country. Taxation capacity. Starving population zero. Population. So here it tells me the population, social class, upper class, literacy, impoverished, standard living. All right, struggling. Okay, I would have probably said lower class, middle class, upper class, but whatever. So, oh, this is standard of living. Dude, I just want to know how many. All right, finally, I get to capitalists. So there are 800 capitalists in Virginia. What the heck? This is officers. Is that a female? So I just want to give you a heads up. Females did not exist in the U.S. Armed Forces as officers until the 20th century, as far as I'm aware. Um I don't know why they have a female. I mean, maybe in other countries, but I don't recall reading or hearing about like female British officers in the. I don't. Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I just I don't know if it's a bug or they didn't care. I don't know. There's just so much stuff in this game. Intelligentsia, yeoman farmers, southern planters, petite, intelligentsia, industrialists, and armed forces, evangelicals. Oh, that's pretty cool. I can exile people. I like that. You couldn't do that in the previous one. Man, there's so much stuff, man. Oh, so you can enact these already? Because in the previous Victoria 2, you couldn't, like right now. Oh, okay, I can't do that one. Oh man, there's just so much. All right, right of assembly. So I just want to. So I could just ban slavery right straight out. You couldn't do that in Victoria 2. All right, so I, as the American president, is banning slavery. Let's see what happens. I'm assuming not I'm assuming the Southerners might not be really happy about that. Protectionism. See, there is no laissez-faire kind of thing. What the heck is this do? Budget. Okay. So income taxes, poll taxes, low taxes, middle, high taxes. So one thing I don't like in Victoria 3 that Victoria 2 has is there's a slider in Victoria 2. And I notice in like EU4 and I think also maybe in Hearts Iron 4, correct me if I'm wrong, but they went to this and I know in Imperator they went to this system where it's just like medium, high taxes. I'd rather have a slider so I can get right to that medium part, still get that little extra. Okay. All right, let's not add any more taxes because we're gonna piss people off. All right. So, is there something that tells me if there are any buildings being made? Like, geez, there's so much stuff, man. And so, what I'm getting from this, like straight up, is that then they went a different way. So I was initially thinking when I started this game, it's been a few years, almost 3 years since I last played, that they went to the more casual audience. I feel that they went the other way actually. They went hardcore economic simulator kind of way, kind of thing almost, right? Because there's a lot more here than there was in Victoria 2. The military, I remember, was like dumbed down. So let's take a look at the military now. So I have the Army of Observation. Can I send them here? Designate as strategic objective. So you still can't send them where you want to send them. So if I in like Victoria 2, I could recruit a general. I got Winfield Scott. Pin to outliner. What is this band? Organization's good. So like I can't move this army though, right? So this is my border. If I right click, decrease road maintenance. Okay. So I think these decrees, they're not part of the military system. I think what they are is in Victoria 2 you had like you can have a state do like one or two focus on one or two specific things like develop the railroad, develop the coal, whatever. I think that's what this is. So I cannot move Okay. So I don't think you can move the military still. So like they totally don't want you to mess around with the military. I know when you start this game, like when you go into war and stuff like that, you can send the military to the front. And I remember reading they said something like they want you to act more like the president rather than a general leading divisions on the field. Which I mean, in a way, I can understand, but at the same time, like it's a game. There's levels of realism where you can kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go ultra high realistic, you know? It's just so like I don't know if you guys get overwhelmed by this, but there's a lot here, man. There's a lot. Like there's a menu and then there are tabs and then inside the tabs there like then you have these down here. There's just a lot. All right, so there's a couple of companies. Okay, I like the fact that I can't build companies, but I could disband the company. All right, I guess we cannot establish additional companies. Cannot be established due to we cannot establish additional companies. Can you tell me the reason? Is it because I'm a laissez-faire economy? Like, what's going on? So nobody. So I'm assuming it's because. All right, so I could. All right, let's just go. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on. How fast is this game going? It's not even going that fast. Wow, there's just so much stuff. Sun Plaza is now powerful. And it's taking on like the bloody whole screen too. Check this out. That's nuts. The atmospheric engine was successfully completed. Okay, so let's click this. Okay. Alright. Is there a way to go back to like the old system of just like having it. Gosh, this is. Shift right click to dismiss all. I don't know. Like, can you? I wish they just kept the old system where there was like this box here and you could just scroll down. Why does it fill this whole thing? There's just way too much stuff in this. Yeah, Anna. Okay, I got no active research, so I definitely want to focus on that. I do like the enhance like the milits. This still seems bare bones to me. This feels more bare bones than Heart to Iron. And you're like Heart to Iron is set over like 36 to 1945 roughly. And then there's so many different like battleship variations and things. This is set over like I don't know 100-year period, and this doesn't seem like a lot of stuff. And I already have like a quarter of it. I could build an ironclad in 1836. Seriously? Isn't that a little too early? Let's do rifling. All right, so I'm assuming I can only do one at a time. I mean, maybe that's the thing. I mean, this has a little bit more actually. Society. This has a little bit more too. So yeah, I guess it does have not as much as Heart to Iron 4, but Okay, what is this? Money. Oh, my balance is minus 11K. I have 1.4 million in reserves. Enacting sponsorship. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay. So setbacks. There are no setbacks. Slavery ban sponsorship 1 out of 3. Ooh, so I can get sponsors. That is cool. I like that. So right now I got the intelligentsia, the evangelicals, and the trade unions. Obviously, the Southern planters are not too happy. There's a bug there. Um, and the yeoman farmers. So 19%. There's a chance of 15%. This will stall at 84%. Okay, I do like that. This is cool. Okay, so that's one pro in my book. So what are the chances of me getting the interest group? How many people are in this interest group right now? So clout 15%. Geez, stop. 21%. So if I get 15%, I still probably wouldn't have enough, right? 15.5, even if I had 20, that'd be 35.5. I would still not have enough. So the Southern planters are still gonna rule the day. That's cool. But it's still cool that you could do that. I like that. I'm assuming it's gonna piss them off though. I'm assuming a little bit, just a little bit. Power block. What does that mean? Request to join. Oh, I could request to join the British Empire. Okay. All right. So buildings here. So I can expand a building, nationalize. Okay. So I can nationalize a building. So that basically means that it would become, in essence, Soviet Union. So I'm curious because it's not easy to understand. 2 buildings under construction. Very cool. Okay. I think I actually did that though. Have private. So I'm assuming click to privatize all buildings. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. Are you kidding me? Look at that. I just want to. So, and if you're on the channel watching, let me know. I just want, like I said in the beginning of this game, I don't want to directly control the economy. I want to affect factors that can control the economy. And what I mean by that is like taxation, right? Lower taxes for this. If I need to build a railroad between, like in Victoria 2, there was no railroad between Washington, D.C. and New York City. So I spent government money to do that. However, capitalists built out their own network for their own businesses, right? They built their own factories because I didn't want to deal with that. And I moved the military what I need where I wanted them to. How about if I hit shift? So, like, are they by default on the my control, and then by me clicking this, all the buildings in this group have privatization toggled off? Do I have to do this for everything, though? Man, it's just not, like, easy to understand. And I like to consider myself an informed person. Like, right? Like I like to consider myself intelligent. I worked for Apple. I worked for Microsoft. I work in IT. But this is a lot, and the GUI is not as like as efficiently designed as I would have liked it to. So I'm gonna take whaling stations. So if I do this, but then I nationalize them, so I hit this. It's privately owned. Okay, so I know it's privately owned. So then why is this all this buildings in this group have privatized? All right, so I'm just whatever. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Whatever. I'm just gonna say it's confusing. And I know for some of you guys, you probably have watched this and it's like, this is what this means. I'm like, I understand that. You might know what that means. But as somebody coming into the game who hasn't played for like 2, 3 years, right, and is reasonably intelligent, right, like I would have not have done that, right? Like, uh, there's an old Steve Jobs saying, and I know some of you guys are not big Apple fans, but Steve Jobs was right with this quote, and you have to agree with it. Technology should be as simple to use as a kitchen appliance, right? Um, and I feel like a GUI is the same way. A game should be the same thing. And now I'm building something here. So I got this production lens, political lens. There's just so much in this game. I like that you could declare interests. All right, so I already have interests here. Declare. Okay, cool. Ooh. Well, I don't want all of it. I just want like parts of it. How do I get parts of it? I want this. Why doesn't it go by region? Why does it take this entire thing? Because obviously Great Britain's not going to be cool with that. Okay, that's interesting. There's a lot here for diplomatic stuff. Open market. There's a lot more here. But do you see like the GUI here? Like I would not have went this way. It just doesn't seem clean, right? Like even the bottom part of this is not even like showing up on the screen, right? Like they should have done something different than this. I don't know. Oh wow. This is a lot of stuff. Support independence. Oh wow. Well, definitely we're going to do that. Texas is subject of another nation. Well, I'm trying to support their independence because they're at war, my friends. Military assistance. Yes, let's do that. Expel diplomats. Let's do that. Let's get them mad. We'll embargo Mexico too. Would transfer point 19 to Texas. Yeah! I'm going to get Texas to win the war, man. You can see there's a battle going on or something. Alright, so right now there's a battle of the Texas Utah fronts. William Travis is advancing, defending. Let's take a look at this. So, start of battle is 4.9 thousand Texans. There's 4.3 thousand Mexicans troops. Current 1 battalion defending, 2 battalions attacking. Interesting. And there's another battle being fought here. Is that the Alamo? Guys, calm down. What? Buddy. Give me a second, guys. My son wants to get an app. I try to encourage like my kids using technology because like I work in IT and um, I do notice like a lot of people are not good with technology, right? Like even like barely knowing how to use apps or downloading apps and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get like my kids to at an early age understand how to install an app, uninstall an app, but I have to approve his apps because I don't want him to download TikTok or anything like that. Okay. So what does this mean? So does that mean that Mexico has all of this territory? What does this flags mean here? Great Britain colonized Guinea. Oh, battle in Texas. Oh, devastation. Yeah, keep it there. Don't go all the way up my screen here. When steam first began to pump and wheels go round, that's my religious what we're called. Okay. Oh, I like that. Let's do that. Worcester versus Virginia. President. Oh, okay. We. What does the Supreme Court? Is that even legal? Yeah, I wish. Is there a way the Indian removal? Is there a way I can fight back against Andrew Jackson and doing that? Texas, 5 battalions, struggling, defend the borders. Expel, take on debt. United States takes on. All right, I'll take their debt. I'm gonna help them out, man, as much as I can. Halt military assistance. Offer to support independence. What do I need? Texas would not accept. Really? Okay. I'm trying to be a nice guy with you guys. Trying to be a nice guy. Take on debt. Refute. Really? They don't like me. I guess. I don't know. British Spanish rivalry declared. Oh, they have the Native American tribes now. In Victoria 2, they didn't have that. I think there was like a mod you have to get, or maybe they added in a later patch, but they didn't originally have the Native American tribes there. So that's a pro. But do me a favor, show me. All right, so that's one building I'm building. It's just so much stuff, man. Seriously. Uh, what do these things mean? Oh, cool. It shows you how where the Juan Alvarez have been sent to exile by Mexico. I'm assuming because they're losing. It tells you where the wheat is going, the fertilizer. Okay, cool. Same thing with this. Same thing with that. That is cool. Okay, I like that. But what I want to know, countries, navy. Why do I have a feeling like, so I remember people complaining in, what do you call it, in Victoria too, that there was a lot there, right, in terms of the economy. And like I've talked to people, they were like, "Yeah, I don't play that because the economic system was so there was so much depth there. There was just so much stuff in that game." On how to affect the economy. Then, if you decide to build, take a more policy where you could build buildings and invest in other countries and build buildings there, companies, whatever, and stuff like that, that it was a lot for them. I feel with Victoria 3, they went deeper into that. Paper is expensive. Alright. So, it really stinks I can't move the army. It's like here. What would have been cool is if you could move the American army to hey, called the Mexican border to increase tensions. Like that would be cool. And I think that was a thing in the previous game. I don't know. Oh, okay. Expanding railway in Pennsylvania. I didn't do that. Expanding fertilizer plants in India. Okay, so okay, is this the capitalists doing their thing? Three private constructions in it. Okay, cool. So capitalists are in the game now. All right, so I see this stuff happening here. That's very cool. Now, okay, I like that. I like that. I like it. I like it. I want to see if I can encourage. What do we need? I'm actually getting excited now. Okay, I'm actually getting excited. 20% manufacturing through output, agricultural, resource, fishing, lodging. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to encourage, and I'm assuming that means subsidizing uh, in New York because, there are a lot of forests here. Resignation from government. Some planners have resigned from the angry due to approval. Oh, you know why they're angry? Because of this. And we're just gonna cancel that. We're just gonna cancel that. It's off the table. We're not talking about it anymore. Oh, they're already planning. Check this out. Secession progress. Yeah, they stopped that. They're like, we're not dealing with this anymore. That's cool. Okay, I like that. How do I get a legitimacy? I guess I lost a lot of legitimacy. Say that 5 times fast. Legitimacy, because I shut off the I took the bill off the table, and people are like, the intelligentsia, and people were like, how dare you, and stuff like that. So, ooh, you could make a national god. National Guard didn't exist till like early 20th century. There's internal secret police, dedicated police force. Ooh, a proposal for trade agreements. Yes, that's cool. All right, I like that. By adding or removing from your government, how do I add interest groups to my government? Do I make an interest group? How do I make an interest group? Uh, Marginalized interest group, trade unions. Is not affiliated with any party. Affiliate with me, my friends. Alright. How do I. They only have 1.2% clout, so they're kind of like useless. Intelligentsia. Exiled dissident. Henry Clay is in. If you guys don't know about Henry Clay, he's pivotal. Daniel Webster in the 19th century. Okay, how do I? All right, so interest groups, right? So let's go to interest groups because I think there was a tab for them or whatever. Colonial affairs, laws, government. I want to get somebody that has like. Let's do yeoman farmers. All right, how do I? Oh man, I don't want to bolster that. Liberal movement. What does this mean? So relevant pressure to interest groups. All right. So let's do this. Let's bolster. Is this gonna like? How is this gonna help me? Like I. Because it says I have a illegitimate government, right? No laws can be enacted, right? So I have currently one out of I guess 25. Uh, and it says I need to get groups on my side. These are the interest groups, right? Right. So how do I? Oh, so this is the Whig Party, and there are groups within the Whig Party, and they're unhappy. So the evangelicals, which are 6.3, let's. I guess they're pissed off because I took that off the table. So and I can't enact anything because everything is. I kind of screwed myself with that. Let's do this. Let's see if that actually fixes my thing here. How's Texas doing, man? It doesn't show me like what the state of the war is. Claims on Mexico. Did you win the war? Was there a ceasefire? Did I miss something? Population growth. So, like, one of the big things that they did solve for me, which is capitalists are now expanding stuff, which that to me was like the break why I didn't play this game. Gold has been discovered in Colorado. All right, where's Colorado? People are like, you don't know where Colorado is? I know it's somewhere here, but it's not actually showing me the state. I think this would be Colorado. Uh, how do I declare? I mean, declare interest. There's got to be easier ways to like. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be easier ways to like. There's just so many options, man. So like the learning curve in this game. So I'll give you a good example. Like I'm playing what do you call it? Manor and so I'm playing that game, right? And that game I literally didn't play the tutorial, and I was able to like get into the game easy, right? Hearts of Iron 4. When I started that game, yeah, you need there's a big learning curve for Hearts of Iron 4. Victoria 2, I felt more understanding of Victoria 2 in terms of a learning curve. But this definitely has a long learning curve. I think this is going to take me a couple of hours. This is not something that's like, okay, so I can only establish one colony at a time. That's fine. Oh, I'm making Florida a colony too, and Oklahoma. Okay, whatever. That's fine. But I like the fact that I don't have to do the like. There's three private constructions now. That's cool. And I'm hoping that me influencing in New York State, the capital is there, will do their thing and do the right thing. How do you actually even make paper? Like, is there a paper factory that I make? Wheat farms, rice farms, millet farms, ranches, lead, sulfur mine, logging camps. So, yeah, watch. I could see. This is the one thing I don't like. I could just build one. So I build it and somebody else runs it. I mean, I guess I could live with that. Paper mills. Hey, paper mills. To Massachusetts. Because the price of paper mills is high. So that's going to take a lot of money off my bucks. And I'm hoping that, like, I build it and somebody else runs it. Because I don't want to run it. But I can deal with the fact that, like, I can build a factory because, like, hey, we need this. I'm gonna build it and then just hand it away. But it still feels very Soviet Union-ish because it just does. So what's going on with, like, is, let me go to the diplomacy screen because, like, what's going on here? Are you still at war? No active wars. So Texas won their independence? Thanks for telling me. Peace between Brazil and this. I guess I must have missed it. I don't know. So at this point, I don't need to bankroll you guys, right? Maybe it'll improve my. I got Texas into the United States. Over enthusiastic partisans. Uh oh. Supporters of Uyghur have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opponents. Uh, well, this is not gonna be good. So my legitimacy is still 7, even though I went to like these guys and I'm trying to make them happy. Let me go to the Whig party. Well, they're all Whig. My bad. Um, so how do I make you guys happy? How do I make you happy, my friend? All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna. I know the Southern planners hate me, probably, right? Like, what's their? Oh, okay. So they actually like me. They're unhappy with me. They're -5. So I need to appeal to them. So we'll do this. We'll bolster that. We'll try to get them to, like, be in a good spot. An election is 70 days away. No market good charge. That's always good. The American French Association. Ooh, okay. So honestly, so far, like honestly, and I'm kind of surprised saying this. This game has improved quite a bit. I love the capitalists are in the game. I don't have to build these things. I know, right? That is the coolest thing. I don't have to build the factories myself. Now, I'm building a paper mill. I'm assuming some private company is gonna take control over that. I'm fine with that. I do wish that I could move the army, mobilize artillery. I think there's just too much stuff here. I would not have went with this GUI. I'll be honest. No offense, I would not have went with this GUI. I think they try to do too much here. Like you can now like do things like add liquor, tobacco to increase this, forced march, rail transport, reconnaissance, support equipment, flamethrowers, medical support, and it just makes it so overload, you know? Why would I need an additional general? There's a chain of command. There's brigadier general, colonel, major, like I don't need two generals in command of one army. Okay, I don't want to do that. Plan? No, I don't want to do that. Station in the HQ. Okay, so I can put them somewhere, but I can't put them in a specific state or like region. I guess that are not even regions, right? Like I don't know if you guys remember Victoria 2 had like provinces, not hex, but provinces. You can't do that in this with the military. You can station them in certain areas. That's about it. So I'm kind of curious. So there's about 8,000. There's 7,000 men here. So at least they tell you how many troops there are here. No, that's morale. I think. No, no, no. It is 1,000. My bad. I'm sorry. Upgrade artillery. I need that. How do I? Okay. I guess I can't. I have to do barracks. What? Why did I make the military system so just? I don't understand how you can make the systems more complex, but yet more dumbed down. It's like I just I I don't know. So give me all right. So if I want to go here, there's just it's just so like the GUI is just I don't know, man. I would not have went with this GUI. Like it's hard to like maybe it's easy for you guys, but like this all feels like one thing. I have to make sure like look at the borders. All right, so that's one military unit, right? I wish there was like a way to like have this Army of Florida not all this detail underneath cuz like I don't know. Disband regular army, pin to outlier, station in HQ. Where is this station now? Deploy to front. Conscripts will remain active until army is demobilized. Demobilized military group. Okay, so I can have skirmish infantry or I can have skirmish infantry and regular army? What? Conscript battalions and regular battalions. Okay, so regular army versus conscripts. So, I don't feel Oh man, yeah, the military side needs a lot of more work. So conscripts is very European, and I mean the company is based out of Europe, but in the U.S. we rely on militia, right? In the 19th century, right? So we didn't have conscripts. Like we didn't go to like a town and say, "Hey, you all 100 of you are now part of this army, right? And you're going to serve 1 year, right?" We didn't do that, right? It's an all volunteer army. As far as I know from all my information, right? You had a regular army, and then you did have a militia, but I believe the militia was volunteer, right? Um, yeah, they trained on the weekends, 1 weekend a month, and 2 weeks a year. Um, so when they say conscripts, it's like, yeah, you need to change a few things. And it's weird because in Victoria 2 they use the word militia. So I know they're trying to make this a little bit more. Okay, so they're located there. So then who is this? No, that's. Why is this so hard? Alright, so that is an army. But this is a naval yard. So is this ships? Oh, is this so like pain in the. And now they're gone. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Come on, guys. It shouldn't have been this difficult. I was talking to my friend not too long ago. I was just like, we should play Victoria 2. And there's a good reason why. Uh, he was saying that my friend Yanni, he's not like 100% behind Paradox games because he says they're like extremely complicated. Um, Definitely not going to recommend this to him because if I can't figure, if I'm having a tough time, and honestly, like when you are a GUI UX designer, a GUI designer, right? And a game designer, it's your job. You are the make or break for the game, right? The head of the game says these are all the systems that I want, and the way you implement them will determine the course of the game, right? If you can make a complex game seem simple by the way you design the graphical user interface, right? Um, why can't I? So I have to. I can't. So I have to. I have to make a barracks to make artillery. Okay. Why would a barracks need artillery? That doesn't make any sense to me, though. I can I hold on. Okay. Cannot expand barracks in Virginia. Virginia has no supply of artillery for required artillery. Okay. So then I'm gonna keep everything in the north because well we know what's gonna happen soon, right? um, I'm gonna do the economic system that buildings. All right, let me build munitions plants. All right, this is gonna give me percussion caps. Is there a drop down that's gonna pop up telling me? Okay, Productivity munition plant. What is gonna produce for me? Ammunition, explosions. Okay, so it's not that. Coal mines, lead mines, gold fields, tobacco, sugar. Naval base barracks. So there are two barracks. Um, Iron mines, coal mines. So munitions plants. What if I hit? That'll expand the current munition plant. Switch munition for all munitions. Can I build another one? That's gonna expand the current one. Show actions. Enable privatization. Isn't privatization on already? Or am I managing it? So capitalists can build buildings, but they can't manage it? Dude! 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 Dude. Dude. So, it's just, it to me, it's stressing me out because it's like I see the building, the capitalists are building stuff. I didn't build this railway, right? And I did not build this. Well, I actually did for that one. Um, and I think there's two other projects, three private constructions. The American, so they could produce the buildings, but am I managing them unless I go here and I hit enable privatization? So since this option is available, it means that it's under company government ownership, which makes me communist again. So they could build the buildings, they just can't run them. Donnie, you're driving me nuts. What's the matter with you? I'm trying to do Donnie Brasco, which, by the way, a lot of people don't know what that movie is. Explosive shells. So I can switch between that. All right. So I'm going to do this. Enable privatization. So, all right. So I'm privatizing this. Now, I can't privatize everything because I would literally have to go here and then go here and hit enable. Like, you can't privatize the whole industry. I mean, you can. It's just going to take you a long time. All right. They're producing muskets. So this doesn't make sense though. Like, see, all right, it says nationalize one or more levels of this building, right? So that basically means, does that mean, okay, I own one building, they own three. Okay, so one of the buildings is nationalized, the other ones are not. So I'm gonna enable privatization. So the building that I'm building is gonna go to them. I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's how that's gonna work. But do you see like where the complexity comes in? Like it is. I'm assuming it's already privatized. That's why. Paper mills. Yeah, because I own a few. It's just communism, though, right? Because for me to own a building, hire people to go, that's communism. So you're still like a communist country in this game. The White House. Okay. How do I build artillery? I mean, I went through like the explosive factory here, some kind of process, right? So it's not that. Keep going south, arms industry. Okay, it's probably this, right? So let me click on this. I can go to rifles, muskets, bolt actions. So it's not that. And if I hit expand, that's just, I guess, going to expand the factory to a new level, like adding an additional building or something. So it's not that. Munitions plants. So this is for bullets. If I do this, it's just going to go to explosive shells. So live stank, coal, gold fields. And if you do know the answer and you're on YouTube, let me know because I'm like, what? You know? I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Have have all buildings privately owned by American Pops. And these are all owned by us, by American Pops. Okay. Have buildings nationally owned by the United States. So all these are owned by the United States. So paper mills. I already went through this thing, so I mean, I guess it has to go through a process of privatization. The military thing, man, I don't know, man. That needs a lot of work, a lot of work. And I wish they would show it on the map, like where the army is. John John is our new president. The time of Andrew John Calhoun is the new president of the United States. Election. Democrat Party won. Free government reform. Still a legitimate government. Radicals, there's 341,000. They keep growing. Uh, how do you change that? Look at how fast it went high. Radicals by interest groups, so yeoman farmers, evangelicals. I mean, it's not that many though. They're like 12,000 here, 5,000. It's not a lot. There's 314 politically unaligned. These are going fast though. Jeez, look at this. So I mean, what can I do to I guess like calm down the evangelicals? Because obviously they're not gonna be. Just to give you a heads up, conscription is not the same as militia. I just want to point that out. Presidential republic. See, I want to be a laissez-faire. You generally start the United States in Victoria 2 as laissez-faire. I don't know why that's changed. It's now more interventionist. Yeah, nothing's gonna really pass. That's not gonna pass. Child labor laws, nothing. I don't think not much is gonna. What about this? Let's see what the highest is. 6.7. Ooh, no home affairs. What is that? This so this is weird. So you could have a national guard. You can enable a national guard, but then there's also a national militia. And as somebody, I could tell you that has works with the National Guard on a daily basis, pretty much, and the State Guard. If you guys don't know what a State Guard is or a State Defense Force, go to statedefenseforce.com. You'll find out more information there. The State Guard is the state militia of the state. It's under the command of the governor, right? The National Guard is similar, right? Just how do I say? It's difficult to explain a little bit, right? So the National Guard in the early 20th century came into being because the United States wanted a militia that was federally trained. So the deal was that the National Guard was going to be go through U.S. Army basic training. They were going to be clothed, paid, all that stuff by the U.S. by the federal government, right? But the governor can activate the National Guard to use them for, you know, natural disaster response, riots, whatever, right? But if the National Guard gets activated and deployed overseas, like in World War One, World War Two, right, the State Guard, right, which is like the National Guard Reserve in essence, uh, is completely under the control of the governor. They don't get federal funding and stuff like that. So they're kind of like the backup of the National Guard. So to me, this is just a little confusing because it just is. And I'm trying to figure out how to like. Oh, there's another screen. Oh man, there's a lot in this game, man. All right, so what is this? Interest groups. There's a lot of interest groups. All right, so obviously the yeoman farmers. Oh gosh. Andrew Jackson retires from political life, becomes a yeoman farmer. So now that Texas is doing their thing, free government reform. Reform government. How do I reform the government? What do I do with this reform? What is this? Exit reform government. Will join Democrats. Okay. Reform government. Laws with government or movement support. Oh, opposes the National Army. Interesting. So, 25% endorse a secret police. Interesting. Dedicated police force. Okay, so 55% support that. Free speech. This doesn't make sense. 60% of the clout in the country endorses censorship. Does that seem right to you? In the United States? I don't know. I guess I'll do that. That's just weird to me. I don't know. To me, that's just weird. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's a little weird. I'm gonna stop bankrolling you guys. You don't need it. Like normally in Victoria 2, like at this point, I'll be like, getting involved in like, all right, where should I expand? Where should I move my military? What should I be doing? Where should I improve my railroads? Like, it's just so much stuff that I'm just over. I'll be honest, I'm overwhelmed. Armed forces representing his constituents has issued a form petition to America to pass National Guard. I know a lot of people don't want the National Guard. This is weird because, and I guess I'm gonna go with secret police because the majority of Americans are okay with secret police, which is again weird. It's just some weird stuff, man. And I can't enact this because I'm a legitimate government. And how do I get legitimacy? The radicals keep growing, man. I'm at 422. How do I appeal? How do I add interest groups? I've been trying to do that, dude. Dude, there is so many menus and so many clickable things, man. It's just a lot. What does this mean? It's just so much stuff here. So I'm bolstering these movements. Has escaped his estate. Oh, that's why I remember John Calhoun because that's what happened. Oh, this is gonna piss people off, but I'm not on the politics panel on the details of the interest group. Politics panel of the interest group. All right, so let's go to interest group. Um, Let us go. I'm assuming this is the biggest interest group, right? So let's go to here, politics panel, politics, political movements. Okay, I'm modifiers, and I can't really do any of that. I mean, the highest is from the yeoman farmers. I just don't understand how like this small little interest group is causing such an issue, and I'm helping them out. I'm bolstering them. Insufficient authority. I got 104. I need. Yeah, the GUI needs. So, illegitimate government. I'm in illegitimate government right now. There's plus 50% radicals from political movements, plus minus 3 opposition interest group approval. Must have political movements to enact laws. I'm bolstering the people that don't like me. I have plus 35,000 additional radicals per month. Okay. So my question to you is, I'm assuming it's these guys because they're -2. Everybody else is. Oh, well, these guys are -2 now because I pissed them off because of the fugitive slave thing. And I can't enact any laws or. Man. I've been playing for. I've been playing for a total of how long? I'm trying to figure out here. Hold on. I've been playing for a total of 1 hour and 35 minutes. I'm still figuring the game out. It shouldn't take this long. Oh my gosh. I mean, I could figure out a Grognard level War in the Pacific. Was it War in the Pacific? Gary Grigsby's, War in the West, War in the East too. Easier, I think. It's just, I don't know. There's so many. What the heck is this? Are these must be Native Americans. Okay, I'm gonna leave them alone. I really don't like that I can't move my army. I really don't like that. Okay, so I'm colonizing all these already. It looks like. Declare interest. I declare interest in the Caribbean. Yeah. People are like in the Caribbean are like, no. The Clay Proviso. That's outright prohibition, prohibiting slavery in all our Western. Wasn't Henry Clay for slavery? Some opponents demand simple moderation, while others are demanding to lose. A Trail of Tears. I couldn't stop that. Declare bankruptcy. Somebody can buy our government. Construct construction goods. Alright, so that's -25. So I should, once this finishes, I should be on the positive side. It's just this whole thing just drives me nuts. I'm at 575,000 people are like radicals. Radicals by interest group. So I got the human farmers, the petite bourgeoisie, but they're like 20. So this doesn't make sense. So politically unaligned. It must be politically unaligned because there's 577K, right? So if you take radicals by profession, okay, maybe that's why. Peasants, okay, my bad. I'm looking by interest group. So how do I appeal to the peasants then specifically? All right, so let's first worry about the peasants. All right, let's see. How do I address the peasants? I should just call them lower class, not peasants, but that's more of like an EU. kind of thing, right? Society. Okay, so peasants. Anna, is there anything I can do with like this pop? I have them here. All right, so I selected them. Illinois, blah blah blah. Acceptance status, full acceptance. Okay, economy. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. So now consumption, grain. So there's not really much I can do with like these guys, right? Pop needs grain consumption. Job satisfaction. All right. From base, this will soon update to minus 11 due to base dissatisfaction. What's base dissatisfaction? What does that mean? Minus 61 impoverished from the relative between wage in subsistence farms. Okay, so they're minus the minus 130. I don't know what. I guess that's basically whoever's in power. They're dissatisfied with that, so that I really can't do much about. Minus 61%, 61 between wage and subsistence. So how do I affect their wage? Wow, this is getting very economic in terms of like thinking about our economic system now. Like how do I and I don't want to because I don't want to nationalize the economy. I can if I nationalize, I can easily just fix this, but I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna try to find an indirect way of increasing their salary through these companies. How do I do that? Well, isn't it supply and demand? So if there's less supply, they get more money, right? I don't know. My brain's like fried out right now a little bit. Or yeah. Oh my gosh. How do I increase the standard of living then? And it says they are part of Yoma farmers, but it said in the other screen that not all of them are part of an interest group. And the radicals in this group obviously is the population here. They're going there. Honest work, old ways approval -3. But their interest group traits apply in full as usual. Cloud is 18%. So how do I affect? And obviously, the only way would be to do this, but I can't do that because I'm a legitimate government. So it's like a catch-22. It's like the chicken and the egg kind of thing. Like if I stop bolstering, let me go back one. I should have more money now, authority-wise. What would this do supporting? What does this do? Tradition, rights of women, women in workplace. This would legal guardianship, state religion. So that's not going to help them. Liberal movements, free speech, censorship, no home affairs, secret police, National Guard. Help me help you. I'm gonna do the what do you call it? From that movie with whatever that guy's name is, just like, help me help you, Rod. Help me help you. Jerry Maguire. So I mean, how do I help you guys? Like I am out of ideas. Like I'm seriously out of ideas. What if I affect the market through like tariffs, right? And if I affect it through tariffs, would that increase their pricing, their standard of living? Like I feel like to play this game, you need to be like a full-blown economist, economicist, whatever, right? You need to be a full-blown economist, right? Because I can right now market goods policy no priority. 10% on tariffs of imports exports. 30 I could do encourage exports. It's gonna plus 30% tariffs on imports. Or I could do 30% tariffs on the exports and keep stuff here. Would that affect them? But I would have to find out what the peasants create and then wow. I don't know, man. Stance on policing. Well, I can't strongly oppose debt slavery. I mean, there's not much. I mean, I guess me doing that one thing earlier really just screwed everything up, right? And I can't affect this. You know what? Forget it. If they're gonna mutiny, let them mutiny. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm at the point where I really don't care. Okay, whatever. I wish there was another way you can get reputation, reputable, whatever, you know? Oh, I didn't. How did. So in Victoria 2, it came out with like a little pop up saying, hey, by the way, Texas wants to join the Union. Are you cool with that? Um, I guess that's not even a thing anymore. So that's another negative. So you don't even have a choice of that. So Texas automatically joins. Like I wanted them to join anyway, just to give you a heads up. But it would be nice, like, hey, Texas is applying for Texas statehood. Would you want it? And I like the choice. I know, right? I'm establishing an American economy in many places, and I will get. Where's my diplomatic lens? Establish a rivalry with Mexico. I think I already have that. Uh, I already did that. Did I embargo them already? Oh no, I embargoed them. Are above cold. Okay. Ooh, violate sovereignty. I don't know what that will do, but whatever. All right, John Ross petition back. Chief John Ross from the principal has presents asking them to void the treaty which compels the chariot to relocate to the Indian territories. Yes, let's do the right thing. Void the treaty that forced them to do something. So the slavery debate is going on. I got a lot of radicals coming. A lot of radicals. A lot of people not liking what I'm doing. There's not much I can do. I mean, I have like no. The president, his group is unhappy, -5. I don't know how that's possible. Their own, they have their own president in. They're very unhappy. Pro-slavery movement suppress. They're gonna declare it's 1837. They're gonna be like, this war is gonna erupt very shortly. All right, so there's two new more buildings, three private constructions. Very cool. Okay. Honestly, I'm really not in. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what to do anymore. Like I'm just so like. I know you're overwhelmed. Time out there. I know. Seminole Wars are going on. I don't even know what to do with that. Like, Florida desires to go and we see fit by the terms of blah, 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 it should be reserved for the West, led by Southern Chiefs. So all of Florida is owned by. Will fail if all of Florida. So is there a war going on right now here? Oh no, they're establishing a colony. So what is this? Ooh, there's some kind of escalation going on here. I don't know, guys, man. How do you guys feel about this game? Like the whole military aspect's been taken out. I don't like that. I guess I'm at war. War goal added. Has been added for Indians. I have no idea what the freak I'm doing, honestly. Weren't they part of me? They were blue. So I'm first first Indian army led by Frank Ross. Does that make any sense? Like, so if these were Native Americans, I thought they were part of our country because they were the same color. Oh my gosh, this is driving me nuts, man. This is all right. Mobilize. So I have to Gosh, this is so like not what I wanted. And you guys know me. I'm very like I love this. Like I was playing that manor the manor game the other day, right? And you know I really enjoyed. There was so many awesome things on that game. You know. Hi. Where's mommy? You don't know. I don't know either. Well, I do know, but all right. So I'm sending these guys here. And the other weird thing is there is no how you call it in Victoria 2. If you didn't have a railroad, right, it would show them like walking through the provinces, so they would take their time. There's no railroad here. Like it's 1838. The railroad in Victoria 2 was like here, and then by 1838 it was maybe I got here, maybe in Pennsylvania, New York. But these guys are moving like the railroad extends all the way out here, which it does not. Right? I mean, obviously, this is not a railroad, and they're moving crazy fast. Henry Clay, outspoken abolition, has been beaten with a cane by Clay's injuries compel him to. Oh no, Henry Clay was an abolitionist. I'm sorry, that's right. And then he was the one beaten by. Okay. Oh, that's gonna piss them off. Okay, so okay, whatever. What the frack? What? This is the Nebraska New York front. That doesn't, which by the way doesn't make any sense. Nebraska New York. What is? Okay, but then isn't this where the conflict is? Because it says Nebraska. Oh my gosh, I'm done. 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 Whoever made this game, I'm sorry, but you frocked it up, dude. I bought Hearts of Iron 1. I bought Hearts of Iron 1 back in the 90s, and I loved the game. I was like hooked. I Because of Hearts of Iron 1, I bought Victoria 1, and I loved it. And then Hearts of Iron 2 came out. I bought that. All the expansion packs, at that time it was called expansion packs. I bought all those, loved it. Victoria 2 came out, loved it. Bought the expansion pack or packs, I think it was more than one. Right? Hearts of Iron 3 came out, loved it. Uh, and I think there were expansion packs. I think with that, loved it. What happened? What happened? Why is this like this, man? Like, what do they do? The whole military thing is just garbage. It's completely garbage. The economic system is so, and then the whole political system is so. It's just a lot. Like in some cases, it's like super grognard to the level it's beyond grognard. We have to develop a new word for that. In other cases, it's just so simple that it's like. But then, even on the simple end, I send the armies there to the fronts. But then there are two fronts. It's just it's weird. I'm done. It's been. Th- when did this game come out again? Okay. Uh, Came out in 2022. It's 2025. It's almost been 3 years. I still don't like the game. Now, I know other people have different things and say, like, this game is good for this game is good for that, but I can tell you, as a old time Heart to Iron 1, Victoria 1 player that loved everything pretty much till now, Stellaris, Imperator Rome. Yes, I was one of those people that loved Imperator Rome. I don't like this. I don't. I was hoping it was gonna get better. I bought it. I think I bought it. Or I might have got a code. I don't know. I think I bought it. Uh, but like, it just. I don't know. I don't know, man. And it just doesn't do what I needed. What I. It's just. I don't know, man. The GUI is also just so not designed well. Maybe it's because I get the only thing that I can think of is that like maybe the because the military system is so like bare bones and like as you can see broken. Um, but the GUI is just not designed well. The economic system is confusing at best. I think. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Good old Windows. Windows thinks it's 8:45. Wait. Oh man. I'm on East, and I think I checked last time, and it was on Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I did not. I'm gonna go back to play Battlestar Galactica. Maybe I'll play Victoria 2, because I do want to play a Victoria game. I can't believe they did this, man. Anyway, catch you guys in the next one.